We don't really build out a van specific for like a installed toilet.
You're not building vans around toilets. You're building them around bikes.
Exactly.
Hey, so we're here in beautiful Flagstaff at the Overland Expo West. I'm here with Brian from Outside Van. Brian's going to show us tails. So we've been working with Outside Van for some time now, and they're doing a lot of our rip kits, the ride improvement packages. And kind of how that came about is we would have customers come down from Portland after they have their rigs built out, and these guys did fantastic work. And a lot of the customers would say, the two best days I picked up my van were the day I picked it up from Outside Van and the day that you made it ride better. And they would come all the way down to San Diego. And they started slowly, we started convincing them, hey, you can do this up there. And it's kind of accelerated. And recently you guys got bought by Fox.
Yeah, Fox Factory. We're under the Fox Factory umbrella.
So we're fans of Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, people may not know, I worked there for 3 years. I've been tuning their shocks since the early 90s. We're fans. They are too, obviously now. They've been using our stuff for some time. Why don't you show us tails? This is a kind of a unique build, and we'll kind of get into what it's being used for.
Yes.
You got some cool stuff. Like I've got a Winnebago Rebel.
Okay.
And so I've been using ours, and I get to see different vans, and we'll have vans like a lot of them are production vans. You guys are, when I was up there, you guys, like, not every van's the same. You do a lot of custom.
Every van is custom.
Okay.
It's completely different. This van specifically, this is one of our concept vehicles.
Okay.
And so we choose a demographic, a person, and we try to make the ideal vehicle for them. With that is a lot of new products that we develop and try to run through an R&D process and come up with a lot of unique features that they would really like. You're going to see that as we go through.
Cool. Already seen one I like.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. They're not available to the public yet.
Oh,
it's one of
awesome.
those things where we bring them out, test them out, make sure they meet Outside Van's high benchmark.
Sure.
And then we offer it to the customers after
Cool.
that. So Tails features a lot of those. We partnered with a handful of different companies on this one being Fox. As you can tell, Tails, the name.
Nice.
Orange colorway.
Oh, I was wondering tails, where it came from.
Yep.
Okay.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really stoked about this vehicle, and this is the mobile bike mechanic station. You will see this at a race where bikes are getting tuned up before they're headed down for Red Bull Rampage or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is the ideal professional biker's vehicle.
Nice. Let's see what's going on inside.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's take a look inside. So starting up front here, one of our new products that we're R&Ding is our custom garage soft wall. These have a lot of functionality to them because it limits the amount of space that you're either heating or cooling.
Got it.
So it fences that off, and it has an insulating layer in the middle. So for this build, you can see here, we have pockets for utensils and such on the left, and then we chose to have the zipper here with a full zipper here. So when you want to bump your AC or whatever it may be,
you completely cut off the cab.
Completely cut off, and that just makes it the temperature, climate regulation so much more efficient.
Huh.
So with that is you can also remove this. It can come down really easily with these little pins here, and then also we have our overhead cab shelf that will hide all your goodies and stuff that you want up there, just to make your build look a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, nice.
So then moving around here, we have our overhead cabinetry. Microwave, of course, we got to have all the options in. A nice little touch in here is the laminate that we use on the inside is a nice orange typography. It's a little tiny accent, but attention to details.
And you got the orange, kind of that burnt orange going on inside.
Exactly. Yeah. So what we do a lot with a lot of our concept vehicles is we use sil leather. It's a silicone material, and we use that on the walls and the ceiling with a lot of our builds, and it cleans off. You just take a wet washcloth and just wipe it off, and it cleans really easily.
So microwave. You got some power. How much power is this?
We have three 315 amp hour lithionics batteries. So 945 amp hours of total power. We pair that with our secondary alternator underneath the hood and a 140 watt ZAMP solar panel that's on the ceiling.
That's primarily just for a maintainer.
Exactly.
The alternator is creating all the power.
For sure.
It's doing all the heavy lifting.
100%.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've never taken this thing below 80%, and I've tried. You know, so
Yeah.
this thing has a lot of beef to it.
Yeah. It's funny because when people look at power, they're looking, oh, I'm 100%. Well, you're 100% of 300, or are you 100% of 900? Because you could be down to like 30%, and you're still got more than the guy with
exactly
300.
Exactly.
So it's like all relative, right?
Yep. So at Outside Van, because we don't do propane or anything, our vans are primarily all battery powered.
Okay.
So we like to increase our battery size on most of our builds. We don't want you to be stranded with no batteries.
Yeah.
So that's why we do secondary alternators on pretty much every single build we do.
Yeah. And then if you're a cyclist and you got this, you're not doing a whole lot of snow, but you probably got a heating system.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so this particular build has 2 different heaters. It's got a Webasto air top heater, so that's for the cabin, and then it has a Rixson water heater. So the Rixson heats the water that comes out of the galley right there where you have the sink, and then there's external water, there's an exterior shower out the back.
Okay.
And so you can take a warm shower out the back.
Or wash your bike off.
Exactly.
How cool. Well, this looks awesome. I've never seen this. This looks really bitchin'.
Yeah.
And then I've seen those loops. I have no idea what they're for, but I'm sure it's for like putting hooks on, right?
Yep,
Carabiner. Yeah, there you go.
Hang a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
When you fully move into a van, you
move in. Yeah, and you can see when people move into a van, they use every nook and cranny of things. So like something as silly as that, like to me, like what the hell are you gonna use that for? If you lived in your van, you'd be using almost every loop.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So say I lived in this van with my wife, I guarantee you she would have 3 headlamps hooked to that.
Yeah. Yeah. How cool.
Yeah. So if you cruise around to this side here, what we really like about this build is a 144. So it's that smaller chassis size. However, we didn't do any flares. We still wanted to sleep front to back. We've done a lot of flares in our day, but I'm a taller guy, so I wanted to sleep front to back. But we have a hinge system here that goes from having your van in lounge mode to being able to, at night, hinge this up. Just using my head here. Hinge that up and go into bed mode.
So that's one of the main features. I'm not a big fan of sleeping this way, and I'm not super tall, but just the sleeping arrangements for some reason. I've slept in vans this way. It's way better. Yeah. I mean, it's like my problem.
Yeah. Well, I get that too, because when you're looking for a place to park, it's a lot easier to find a little downhill slope because you want to have your head up. Yeah. So that's true. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah. So that's how I tend to sleep too. So I put my feet down here, and then I always want my head facing the door.
So
it's just a visibility thing.
Soft bags back here?
Yeah. So these aren't soft bags actually.
Okay.
They look it. But this is our EXO cabinetry, which is very common in all outside vans.
Okay.
And what we did is we took off the front lip and we put a soft
that looks nice
cover on it. And again, you're going to see these hoops circulate throughout, so they all tie in. And there's also pockets on the bottom, pockets on the front here, so it basically ties the whole thing together, and you can throw all your junk in there and cover it up so it looks clean.
Now, you got a lot going on in the garage, so we could probably get a better look from the back. But anything, fridge. I mean, the fridge is pretty massive. Is that one a pull-out?
Yeah. So this is an isotherm. It's on a hinge there, so it's not a pull-out. Yeah. But it opens up. Got some.
It's well stocked.
Yeah, a couple beers in there. But a lot of cabinetry space. A full sink. This van has a 20-gallon water tank.
And is the water inside or outside?
The water is inside. Another feature is this panel flips over, and you have a dinette.
Oh.
So when this flips down, and there's a lagoon table that fits in here.
Nice.
So you have a little dinette so 2 people can face each other.
I was kind of wondering when you had the couch here, you really couldn't have normally people would turn this one around. You probably still can.
And it is,
yeah. But the way we have it closed off now, this felt kind of small, but you can still turn this seat around. Yep. You can still have a conversation with somebody in here. And then at this point, you can come in here and have like card game or,
So you can easily fit 3 people.
Yeah.
This folds down. You could have this open. This seat actually currently is spun around.
Yeah.
But I could hang out here. You could hang out there, and we could have a third individual in a 144 with a bed. Like
awesome.
It's a lot of space. All right, John, so on this side, we've got a part tool mounted, and we made this extra plate to give it a little bit more rigidity.
Sure.
Because you don't want to just bolt straight in. It'll rip out, so this actually can hold a lot more weight.
Yep.
That was an item we literally just produced a month before coming here. We put it together. This is the only one that's ever been done.
Sweet.
So with this part too, normally we have stuff sacks up here. So this is a tool roll.
So that's permanently mounted up there.
Yeah, yeah. So these exist on both sides of the van. And you weren't lying about the wind.
Yeah, no, it's...
easily come down, let down your tool roll. You can work on your bikes. You have molly panels set up here for any tools or whatever. You have another
pouch for different
compartment up
things. Sure.
here.
Yeah.
Any tools you may need, we have them. And you can light up the whole space with these rigid 1x2 scene lights.
Yep.
That
You got one on each side too, right?
Exactly.
And you got a... Now is the stereo hooked up to the house? Separate
Yes.
system?
Yeah. So it's a whole different system. We go with JL Audio for all
Okay.
of our audio. They take really great care of us, and it's premium audio upgrade. And yeah, we could blast this whole place. And,
Nice.
Yeah, have a good party. So moving this way, we have our gear glider, and we call it our gear glider because it's not just for bikes. Yes, bikes fit in here nicely. You can fit 2 of them easily.
Yeah, and I was curious. You can keep the pedals on your bikes.
Yes, you keep your pedals
'Cause-
on your bike.
yeah.
The only thing you have to do is take off your front
Yep.
wheel.
Which is easy nowadays. Taking
Yes.
pedals off isn't always so
Exactly.
easy. Yeah.
But we're using the Rocky Mount quick disconnect
Yep.
that they just came out with. And
Nice.
it's very easy to get your
Oh, that
bike
is,
on and off.
I haven't seen those.
I know,
Yeah.
they're brand new.
Yeah.
So they
How you guys
released
get
them,
those stuff?
We got them, and we put them on immediately, and we're here.
And that goes right into you got a little piece of L-track here.
Exactly, we've got
Yeah.
L-track in the front and back. And
Yeah.
another cool feature is you have a drain. So if you are
Is this
washing out,
gear tray available right now?
It is, yeah. So
Okay.
you can buy it if you get a build through us.
Okay.
version. However, this is going to be offered on outsidevan.com's our shop. You'll be
Okay.
able to buy this separately
Cool.
very soon.
Cool.
So that has a drain there. I mean, you could literally make this a giant cooler and have a tailgate
Yeah.
if you really wanted
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Cocktail tray.
Exactly, it's a cocktail tray. Perfect. So on the inside, we have our cargo molly panels, which you've never seen those.
Okay.
Those are brand new. Bunch of gear set up there. And
I
then-
see more bike tools in there. I see the axe and I saw the
Yep.
shovel over here. So,
Yep.
bike tools.
It's a bike
tools. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we kind of mix
Little
them up.
multiple purpose.
This is
Yeah.
an outdoor lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then on the left, there's your bike tools.
Yeah. Nice.
So we have a compressor on this build, and there's 3 mounting spots. One in the bumper, one in the slider, and one
Yep.
under the hood. And we have the
You can use that for airing up the bikes, doing that,
Exactly.
your tools, and then you can also air up the van tires if you need
exactly.
to.
And what is pretty cool about this tray, which we've never done before, is because, as you know, the sprinters, the doors don't open totally parallel.
Yeah.
Depends on where it sits. So with this, you can modify it.
So that's pretty cool
you can
because
modify it to level out. Yeah.
a guy gave me a table to put on my Sprinter, and I'm
Yep.
like, it don't work. I mean, it works,
Yeah.
but I can't level it
It's not
out.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need this automated though.
I
Okay.
know.
All right.
Yep.
Next
Yeah.
next level.
So that just shows
Yeah,
the
that's
detail
that's
that our
pretty cool.
engineering team has. Just the attention to detail is fantastic.
Yeah.
Props out to Frank and engineering team for coming up with this one.
They probably did that late at night when you guys weren't around.
They did.
Yeah.
They were like,
They were
"Actually,
working on their own their own stuff.
We have another idea to make this even better, and that's where
Okay.
that came from.
Yeah.
So
That's rad.
this is another one of those items that we're going to be offering on our store.
And then this is this, what material is this?
Yeah, so this is silk leather also.
Okay,
so
that
this
is, okay.
matches what's on the inside.
Yeah.
And so these are our wall panels. You'll notice that our bed, mattress, and panels sit right in this space. So a lot of times you'll see stuffed sacks that cover this whole thing and they're unusable.
Yeah.
So this is a great use of space where this can be used. You have your tool roll, and then the door can fully shut.
And we talked about water's in.
Yeah. So we've got our 20-gallon water tank
Yep.
in this box here, and this is where your exterior showers
Okay.
will be located. And then we have that robust power system I was talking
So
about.
no interior shower.
No interior
Okay,
shower.
not a big deal. Sometimes people say I got to have an interior shower.
Yes.
And that's almost like a checkbox to have your wife approve it or your girlfriend, right? But then
Yes.
reality comes out. They're like, yeah, I'm outside.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. I mean,
So-
it's a space thing. We
Yeah.
have limited space.
Yeah.
Our canvas
Yeah.
is only X amount big, so
Yeah.
we have to pick and choose what we.
Yeah.
It's a need versus want,
Sure.
right?
Sure. Yeah.
But we do have a toilet in this one. I didn't show you.
I yeah, it's
was
got a
hidden.
it's got a toilet. We'll say that.
Check.
Check. Yeah. And I'm sure it works.
It does.
Roll
It
roll
does.
the door
Yeah.
closed.
Test it.
Do your
Test it
do
and
your stuff and roll it back.
Yeah. We don't really build out a van specific for like a installed toilet.
You're not building vans around toilets, you're building them around bikes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Your lifestyle. You can go elsewhere for that.
And then the power system's over here. So there's how
Yep.
many batteries again?
3.
3.
Yep.
That's cool.
315.
And I think they have like they've got like the internal BMS in the battery
Exactly.
and
Yep.
you can see them. They got an app.
Yeah,
right?
They not only do they have an app, but we also have the ion gauge, which
Okay.
is installed in the overhead
Okay.
cabinetry. You can check out the lifespan of every single battery
Okay.
and where you're at with your percents and everything.
Sweet.
Airing up and down is a big deal. You need to adjust your PSI for whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
What we installed in this van is an air up-down system.
Yeah.
So you can inflate and deflate all your wheels at the same time.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
a really cool system. All you have to do is pop the hood and you have the control underneath that. Instead of running lines all out on the exterior of your vehicle, we have them all set on the interior.
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
of course we went with orange. It's Agile, right?
Yeah.
So you hook these up on the inside. There's little ports.
Yep.
Hook that up to the stem. You do that all throughout, and then you can adjust with your compressor. You can air up. You can air down.
Cool.
So it's all done through this little switch on the inside the hood here.
Cool.
One of the best features of this van,
The suspension.
the suspension.
Yeah. So this has our ride improvement package. So we're doing a custom tuned Fox shock.
Yep.
Custom tuned Fox shock for the front as well, auxiliary shock.
Yeah.
And then we add some spring force to it. And that spring force gives you a little byproduct, is you get a little bit more ride height out of it.
Yep.
But primarily we're bringing the suspension back, kind of giving it a lighter feel. And so obviously if you drive one of these vans over a stock van, I know that your customers, I guarantee they see the difference.
The thing is, this isn't the rip kit is not a lift. How do you
Yeah.
describe it?
It's a ride improvement. It's all it is RIP is exactly that, ride improvement. So again, the byproduct is additional lift, but if you take this van and by the time you've added your additional weight, it's really kind of lowered it down. Oftentimes we're seeing people are like, oh, it lifted my van. Well, if you take a stock cargo van that's completely stock, it sometimes sits even higher than these. You know, they're kind of sprung up pretty high.
Yeah.
So we're kind of bring it back into where it's got a nice zone in there, and where the ride height, you've got good suspension. So when you're going around a turn, the van doesn't need to lean over to increase that spring force.
Yep.
So, and that's done through the coil assist. And then the rear spring, even though it's weighted for this, if you were to get in that situation where you carried more load, or if you had to carry a trailer and the suspension will get pushed down a little bit more, we also kick into what's called the 2-stage spring on there. You'll see there's a flat spring in there.
Yeah.
That will increase the spring force as well.
That's awesome.
So all that works out. So this van would still be able to tow the capacity that it is.
Yep.
It's a great van.
We put weight in these vans. With
Yeah.
water and the conversion, and so having the updated suspension and the whole kit really makes a world of difference. I
Cool.
mean, we're putting 10,000 miles just like in event season.
Yeah.
So we're taking these vans out, and the difference is drastic. So
Cool.
thank you for what you do. It's
Awesome.
It's amazing and makes our van so much better.
You have anything else to show us?
That's it. I've said it. I say it all the time, and I've said it a million times at this event. Outside Van isn't about big and boisterous. We're all about clean and sexy and stealth.
Yeah.
So everything is sized to fit perfectly. That's all designed with intention.
Well, beautiful van. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Nice job.